Hi, welcome back. I'm Travis Shores. Today we're going to look at a rhythm that's very similar to Haitian drumming. It's actually a Cuban rhythm from the Arara tradition. It's very similar to what you see in the Haitian Rada Right, and I thought it would be applicable because it is more similar to what you see in the Haitian drumming than it is the Cuban Santeria stuff that is played on batas. So, still played on congas. This rhythm is called Yesa. Yesa is a fun rhythm because of how the melodies interplay between all the different drums. For right now, we're going to look at the Tumba drum, which in the Haitian vernacular would be the mama, the larger of all the drums. So this rhythm is a little tricky because it starts out, instead of beginning right on the one with something to do with your hands, there's a rest period. So first thing we're going to do is get used to that kind of rest period. It's going to be rest. So there's going to be three tones that come right after that first one. So it's going to be one. So one, bass, bass. Again, one. Again, one. Now we're going to follow it with a tone after those two basses. So one. 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 Now we're going to add in two more tones. Now, if you're confused about basses and tones, maybe review some of the other videos that I have on here to kind of get your hands used to how they should be playing. Remember, with an open tone, I'm actually playing things a little more simplified right now, but with your tones, you want your hand in the same plane as the drum. Allow the tones to come out of the drum. The basses, you can keep them there depending on the type of stroke that's there, but generally speaking, a bass is allowing the head to resonate as well. So, we're playing rest, tone, 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 bass, bass, tone. That's where we're at right now. So let's do it again. Rest. Now followed by two more basses. So rest. 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 Now, you can add in some variations as well. Instead of playing all three of those tones, you can play just two of them as well. So when you're playing all three tones, it sounds like this. That's two. That's three. Two. So you can play around with those kind of tones. As you get more comfortable to this, you can actually add doubles onto the single tone that follows second. You can have more of a conversation that happens between the two drums. Once you get the groove set up with all the other drummers there, you can have these little moments of communication that happen back and forth. So with the lead drummer, you're starting out, there's a one, and then you come in. So it's going to be one, doom, 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 bass, bass, tone, bass, bass, one, do, 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 bass, bass, tone, bass, bass, one, do, 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 one, boom, 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 do, 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 boom, 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 boom. So this drum here really provides this nice syncopated conversation to set up. So you're starting out with 3 tones just to kind of keep your hands moving. As you get more comfortable with it, you can even drop out the need for right, left, and you can play just with one hand. If you have a stick in your hand, that can be used as well. Generally, this is an open hand type of rhythm, but there's no set kind of idea about it. So if you wanted to play tones with just one hand, that's okay too, as long as you don't lose your timing. Some people you'll find will actually play this rhythm pushed ahead, and what I mean by that is very, very straight and almost feels like the rhythm is rushing itself. Other players like to play this in a laid back way where you almost hear a kind of triplet feel. For you musicians out there, you understand how triplet notes kind of drag themselves and make time seem longer than it is. This comes down to individual feel. How you play with the other players, how they're playing, what you choose to do. It can be very straight, stacked right on top of each other, or you can have a bit of play on top of the notes side to side. It can expand the rhythm and contract the rhythm. These rhythms are meant to breathe, and they're meant to communicate effectively with all the other drummers that are there, and then ultimately with the dancer. So, one more time through Yesa. 1. Rest. 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 That is the large drum, the tumba or the mama part for the Cuban rhythm Yesa. Thanks. See you soon.